Tonight, former gubernatorial candidate and convicted sex offender Eliot Cutler has been released from jail after being accused of violating his probation for a sixth time. A judge ruled in Machias this morning there wasn't probable cause to keep the 79-year-old Cutler locked up after he was taken into custody Thursday. According to court documents, Cutler was arrested for refusing to sign a treatment contract for problematic sexual behavior, which is a condition of his release. Cutler's attorney argued the contract added stricter internet rules than a judge previously ordered. District Attorney Bob Granger said Cutler's probation officer wrote in a letter that the court's conditions would be honored and added that the contract is standard for anyone enrolled in the program. The judge said Cutler should have been summoned, not arrested, and temporarily removed the therapy requirement from his bail and probation conditions.